Hi everyone, it's Lara. Welcome to my newest DIY project. So in today's video I'm going to show you how I made myself a new light shade for the light in this very room. I thought it definitely needed a change. I had it forever. It was a very inexpensive light that I have purchased at IKEA. And since the theme of this room is wolves and I have so many gray shades here, then I picked a gray fabric for it, and as a motif the Direwolf from the Game of Thrones, because I think it's a beautiful picture. And then I picked a second motif that could be called something like the Tree of Life if you want to, and that's what we're gonna do today, so have fun.
I used the frame of my old IKEA lamp. First, I needed to remove the original cover. For that, I took a scalpel and I very carefully cut off the paper as close to the frame as I could. Once that was done, there was still some residue on the frame, so I tried to remove it as good as possible. Then I took scissors and I cut one of the sides of the paper cover. Now I had a rectangle that served me as a pattern for my fabric for the new light shade. I pinned a bias tape to each of the long sides of the fabric rectangle. Once the bias tape was sewn on, I folded it over and pinned it to the fabric. This is how it looked, and then I've sewn again on the bottom part of the bias tape. The next step was to make a sketch of the pictures that I wanted to paint on my fabric. If you're not that skilled with sketching, you can always simply print the pictures out. I placed my sketches on the original lamp cover, and then I put the transparent gray fabric on the top. Once I was sure that my sketches were positioned correctly, I took a fashion liner. This is how the pen with the textile dye is called, and I simply outlined the sketches that were beneath the fabric. I have decided that I want to have two direwolves on my new light shade and two trees of life, because I thought those motifs kind of go well together. I found it very helpful to pin the fabric to the paper so that it would stay in place. Once I had all my motifs ready, I had to wait for 6 hours until the textile liner was completely dry. Then I placed over each of the motifs a sheet of fabric and ironed it. This is how the motifs looked like when they were ironed. Now I could pin the fabric together on the short side. Then I could sew it together. I cut the edge back. And then as a last step, I have sewn through with a very tight and short zigzag so that the fabric wouldn't fray and so that it would look good also from the inside. I folded the bottom part of my light shade over the bottom frame. I glued it with a gel glue. And once the glue was dry, I also hand stitched the light shade on several places so that it won't open later. This is what it looked like once it was done. Since the upper part isn't visible from down below, I only hand stitched it to the frame, but you could also fold it over if you want it to look a little bit better than that. And then I assembled the entire lamp parts, and this is what my new light shade looked like. With this new light shade, I use exclusively LED bulbs because they won't produce heat, and that way I don't have to worry about the glue and the fabric paint.
I was very very happy that the light turned out okay. I know it's not perfect, but I'm very happy with the result because this is the first light shade I have ever made. I kind of had those ideas in my head and I thought, you know, that might work. So I was really happy that it worked the way I imagined it. And now everything here matches together and I like that a lot. So if you liked today's video, don't forget to leave a comment or a thumb up. If you're for the first time here, welcome. I'm very happy that you stopped by. If you want to, you can subscribe to my channel. It's for free and there's definitely gonna be more DIY projects. This is kind of my passion. And I hope you're gonna have a beautiful Sunday and see you next time. Thank you so much for watching. Bye!